Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. We're doing something a little different today. Today I'm going to start prepping for Friendsgiving, so I thought this would be a fun little way to show you a couple of things that are easy that you can make for Thanksgiving dinner that are vegetarian or vegan friendly. And I'll be able to get it out to you guys before Thanksgiving. Obviously, I'm doing Friendsgiving tomorrow, but today I am prepping a few things, so I just wanted to bring you around and show you what I'm going to prep and then what I make the day of, because I am going to be making some stuff at my friend's apartment that day. But just to make everything easy, you know, you got to pre-prep some of your stuff. So let's get started on that. Oh, and just so that you know what I'm making. I'm making dairy mac and cheese, a vegan mac and cheese, some green beans, and some sweet potatoes. So the dairy mac and cheese is the only thing that will not be vegan in this. But then I'm making vegan mac and cheese also because we do have a vegan dining with us. So if this all sounds interesting to you, then please keep on watching. First things first, once this comes to a boil, gonna put the elbow noodles in there. Normally I try to buy organic, but we had a gift card, so you know that life. I always put a little oil in my water because I always have a hard time with pasta sticking together. I know not everybody has that issue, but I do. So you know what, I just put the oil and accept the fact that it's just gonna be a little fattier, but that's fine. I'm not afraid of fat. But yeah, once this comes to a boil, I'm gonna put the noodles in. So the vegan mac and cheese that I'm going to be doing is, let me show you, the world's best mac and cheese for real. And this is Black's Going Vegan. I will link everything down below. Oof, it's hard to try to navigate all this stuff. I feel like I say that all the time, guys. I'm not great at multitasking. But this is what the final product would look like if I did the breadcrumbs thing, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not a breadcrumbs on top of my, how come it's not zooming, on top of my mac and cheese, but like, this looks so good. So this is the vegan mac and cheese that I'm going to be making. So I am going to cut the recipe in half because again, we only have one vegan and then all the vegetarians might try it, but I'm really not sure. So right now I'm doing, ooh, spilling everywhere, 1 cup of plant milk. I hope everything fits in this teensy food processor. Half a cup of nutritional yeast. It said fresh, it said 3 to 5, but I'm having it. It wanted fresh cloves of garlic. I'm going to use the stuff that comes in the little glass container, and then I only put in 1/4, I believe, yeah, 1/4 of a teaspoon, just because I'm not sure she's, if memory serves correctly, she's not the biggest garlic person, so I didn't want to overwhelm her. Also going to add 1/4 of a teaspoon of, oh, this is going to have to just sit in there for a second. 1/4 of a teaspoon of bouillon. I'm using the vegetable base Better Than bouillon. According to the recipe, you're supposed to cook the noodles in it, but because I'm making this, the noodles for both mac and cheeses, oh no, did I lose it? Okay. Since I'm making the noodles for both mac and cheeses, I just decided I was just going to put it on in there and just put like a tiny bit. Half a tablespoon of lemon juice. A teaspoon of mustard. It said prepared yellow mustard, but all we have is spicy brown and Dijon, so I went Dijon. And then it also says to add salt, but I'm going to do that after I blend so that I don't overdo it since I added the bouillon in there. Adding in a tablespoon of vegan butter. Probably would be better if you did it softened, but you know what? It's a food processor. It can handle it. And then the recipe calls for popcorn oil, which I do not carry, so I'm just going to use some organic canola oil because I feel like that's almost the same thing. I think we're just going to go with 2 tablespoons. It said 4 to 5 ounces. I don't know what ounces and tablespoons, what that equates to, so I'm just going to do 2 tablespoons. Not the prettiest sauce in the world, but it's going to thicken up on the noodles and it'll be delicious. So I might actually make another box, like another 1/2 or 1/4 of a box, just because this actually looks like it's going to be a perfect amount for the amount of people who will be eating the dairy mac and cheese. But so I drained the noodles, and then while they were in the strainer, I rinsed them with cold water to help stop the cooking process. And then to help them not stick, I just do a little spray. Toss the noodles a little bit, and then I'm going to spray them one more time. And then this pan actually has a little cover, thanks mother-in-law, is so that I can take this with me, and it comes with like a little carrying case too. So I will just be carrying these noodles. I want to put the other noodles in here too, just because it's easier to keep all the noodles in one, and then just bring my tiny loaf pan for the vegan one. This is the other thing that's good to pre-prep, is to chop any potato. So I have 5 sweet potatoes that I'm gonna roast tomorrow. So for the green beans, I'm using bagged green beans. You wanna do not canned. So frozen or fresh is best. Usually I try to do fresh and loose and whatever, but these were substantially cheaper and they're semi-local, so I went with this guy. And I got 2 bags of that, even though it might be too much for 10 people, not sure. So here we are. I have everything in my vehicle. Oh, let me turn on the music. Sorry guys, listening to autumn jazz to get in the mood. So I have all of the leftover wedding compostable dinnerware that we had, and then in this bag is all of the cold stuff because it's an insulated bag. And then next to my sheet music is the other 2 bags. So that's the little carrying thing I was talking about. This red thing right here to carry the noodles, and then the like jute fiber looking, maybe it's hemp, I'm not sure, bag has all of the rest of this kind of stuff and my pans and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna text my friend so she can let me in, and then we'll get to cooking for realsies. So queen of forgetting all of the things, I forgot to bring any sort of serving things, so I'm using the compostable, what is this? This is palm leaf, I believe, not bamboo. You can always tell because the bamboo is always thicker. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to pour the vegan cheese sauce, which is a little funny looking now since it's been sitting in the fridge. The butter like re-solidified a little bit, but we got the cheese sauce that I'm spilling everywhere, and then we're gonna pour that in here. It's pretty liquidy, but it's gonna thicken up. All right, here that is, let's see if we can get a little closer so you can see. It's definitely going to need some stirring because there's a whole lot of sauce. It's just like right now it's so thin. I'm going to have to stir it halfway, but there we are with that, and I'm going to set that aside and work on the dairy mac. So I don't really have like an official recipe. This is just kind of how my grandmother makes it, and so that's how my family makes it. There might be a Betty Crocker recipe that she followed. I'm not sure. I'll try to link something down in the bio, but I just sort of like whisk things up. So these are 2 eggs, humane certified and cage free always, and local, bonus points. And that's going to act as the glue for the cheese. So we're just going to drizzle that all up in here. Sorry if the camera is shaky. I don't have my tripod on me, so then you want to try to get it on most, if not all of the noodles, you know, nobody's perfect. And then I have so much cheese. I have 2 different types. I have a Cabot cheese. I like the brand Cabot because everything is, they use a lot of sustainable practices and stuff, and it's more affordable than getting organic cheese. So that's the white cheese. And then this yellow cheese is, I believe, a local cheese from New Jersey, if I'm not mistaken. Also from the same co-op. So I'm just going to dump this in here. Not really dump. I like to see how it goes because I like to save some for the top. I'm definitely like team yellow cheese, or team white cheese, I'm sorry. Very wrong thing to say. I'm definitely team white cheese, but I know people like the look of yellow cheese, so I tried to incorporate both, but I just think the yellow is unnecessary, even if it's like natural vegetable-based food coloring. Oh, that's the other thing. These are completely vegetarian cheeses. You don't have to worry about any sort of, I don't remember what it is in cheese that is animal-derived. Well, all of cheese is animal-derived. I don't remember what is, like, animal, like, body-derived in cheese, but you don't have to worry about that with either of these cheeses. So this cheese is truly vegetarian. And so I'm going to stir that up. I always end up having to add more as I go. Alright, and the oven is already on 350 because I was preheating while I went. Definitely something you want to do. And then I'm going to put these in, oh, not that guy. And then I'm going to put these in the oven. Here they are. Step 1. So I'm a goober and had to take this out because I forgot that you need milk to add to this. And this milk is way too overstuffed. Getting your bang for your buck, I guess. But so put some milk in there, spilling everywhere. And then you stir it because you need a little bit of like a thinner. And the milk and the cheese, you just sort of continue to add to taste after I put both of these mac and cheeses in for 30 minutes because I think that's the proper amount of time to put them in to let the cheese melt or the vegan cheese stick, and then stir, and then put it in for another like 20 to let some of the cheese melt and get all nice and golden at the top. But yeah, so I forgot that part, but all good. I remembered while it was still 27 minutes, so we're good. So I'm not going to tell you guys how to make stuffing, but I just wanted to show you that Pepperidge Farm has stuffings that do not have any sort of chicken broth or chicken fat. You just gotta kind of look at the ingredients for stuffing, unfortunately, to make sure that there's none of that. Sometimes maybe butter might be an issue, but that's an easy thing to spot. But it doesn't say like, you know, any sort of meat products or anything. So this one is completely vegetarian friendly. Again, it's Pepperidge Farm, and there's one more brand. I think it's called Arrowhead Mills, but if I'm wrong, I will put it on the screen. Unfortunately, I don't think any of Stovetop is vegetarian. I think all of them contain some sort of meat broth. So yeah, just something to keep in mind. Okay, so the oven is pretty full right now because it has the 2 mac and cheeses and the stuffing, but I'm going to at least whip up the sweet potatoes so that those can just go straight in when everything else is done. So I'm doing the lazy man's version of Detoxinista's sweet potatoes, candied sweet potatoes. So I've got 3, the rest of this is 2, but these were kind of small, so I've got 3 sweet potatoes. We've got like, someone's bringing like carrots and stuff too, so that's why I don't have that much of it. 1/4 cup of canned full fat coconut milk. You could probably use like not full fat if you would like. I think I'm actually going to add a little bit more since I did do more sweet potatoes than it called for. And then 1/4 cup of organic pure maple syrup. And then the hostess is going to be bringing me some cinnamon also, but I will put that on top later. Pretty self-explanatory. Do that to taste. There's a couple other things like ginger and nutmeg and stuff that she has in her recipe that I'm not going to do. I'm just going to keep it simple with the cinnamon. And these turn out so decadent and delicious. Like, I absolutely love this recipe. So we're going to take a little tour of our little decor. It's so cute. So I picked this up from Target today because I have a problem. I really like how it looks with the old school clock. And then this is just a rec room, guys. I've got a candle. This is pumpkin pine cone, also from Target. And then there's like a foosball coffee table, coolest thing ever. And then a TV. And then these giant straw type things that was already in the vicinity. But Devin, the hostess, got these tablecloths. They're so cute. They're from the Dollar Tree. They just have a whole bunch of little fall sayings and pumpkins and signs and stuff. And then I should have gotten 2 of them, but I got a little pumpkin centerpiece to go here. I thought that I was gonna have 2 centerpieces. I'll show you that later. But here's our little table settings. Like I said, the sustainable palm leaf stuff left over from my wedding. This might be too many, but I can't remember how many people are coming off the bat. But yeah, so this one doesn't have a pumpkin, but it's still cute. And then this is where we're gonna set all of the food. I have appetizer plates right there. I thought that that was gonna be able to be a centerpiece too, but yeah, you know, life happens. And then I have cups and reusable, or not reusable straws, compostable straws in case anybody wants to use that. So that's what we have going on right now. Can't wait to show you guys what it looks like with all the food on here. idea if you can even hear me. But we're gonna do some onions, and we're gonna saute these. This is gonna be for the green beans. I'm gonna wait until these are a little translucent. We don't have to like overcook them or anything because the green beans are gonna cook in a little bit of olive oil. Oh, that's what I have in the pan is some olive oil. Alright, so now we're gonna put the green beans in. There we go. I'll let that toss in there. You don't want to overcook them. You want them to stay green. I'll give you guys a recipe with exact measurements later, but for now I'm just going to like splash it over. And then do it to taste. And then add some salt. And then this is the final product. The original recipe has like adding almonds and stuff on it, but I did not do that because we do have a nut allergy in the group. But I'm sure I could have put like sunflower seeds on it and it would have been good. Alright, here are the finished products. Here is the stuffing. Yum, yum. Here is the dairy mac and cheese. Nice and crusty on the edges like I like it. Here is the vegan mac and cheese. I told y'all it would thicken up. It's hard to see how like thick and like the toppings on there, but I promise it is delish. I tried some of it. Ooh, we're steaming. Are the green beans. They're a little more cooked than I wanted, but you know, they're still green and delish. Oh, and the sweet potatoes. See how delicious these look? And I got the cinnamon. Oh my god, so excited.